me in it.
She's calling to not get a video. Hi guys, you can say hello now.
Hi.
You gonna join me?
Okay, yeah.
This one's she's staying with us in quarantine. Hi everyone. I come into this room just to, I don't know what I was doing.
I don't want you to.
I thought, you know what? These two messages come out when I did some angel cards just now. I sort of wanted to know what was going on. I was feeling a little bit, I don't know, like a lot was going on in my mind. So I thought I'd come in here, do some saging with this beautiful sage, look. Light a candle, put some high frequency music on, as you can hear in the background. Hopefully it is not too loud, you can hear me. I'm so glad. Kel Rocky, I'm glad, thank you. And I'm so grateful that you tuned in and listened to my live. But yeah, I got these, I just pulled a couple of cards just to see what was going on. So I thought I'd just do it live because I'm going to post it anyway, so I might as well see who's chilling out, who's on their phone, and who's interested in a few angel cards messages for today. And I'm so pleased. What we got here. And if you guys want to ask any questions about angel cards, what they are, how it works, or anything that you want to know, just pop it in there and I'll answer some. But yeah, I pulled out a couple of cards today. First one being Angel of Grounding. Can you see? And it was a clear message to me about how I needed to sort of, today I felt like I was in that kind of mood where I didn't really know what I was doing, but when you've got a lot of thoughts and everything going through your head and you've got a lot of decisions to make, or your mind's all clouded by thoughts that you kind of don't really want in there because you can't make a decision or you can't move forward, you feel like you're a bit stuck in your mind. I felt that energy today, so I was like, oh, okay, what's going on? And then the card underneath, the supporting card, was Angel of Clarity. And the message that I sort of intuitively got from this is about, like, when you are in that mind frame of where you've got a lot going on in your head and you've got all these different options and you've sort of got people pulling you one direction and another, and you're a bit confused up there, then meditation, taking a step back, laying down and breathing and actually grounding yourself is when you will find the answer. And everyone says, like, about following your intuition and stuff, like, it's easy to say, oh yeah, follow your instincts, like any decision that comes up, whatever your gut tells you. But then a lot of people ask me, like, well, how do you know what if it's your gut, your head, or your heart? Like, you're sort of indecisive because you kind of don't know, well, is it my head thinking that, or is it my heart thinking that, or is it my gut? And the main thing is for me, I know when I'm feeling those emotions or those thoughts and that sort of indecisiveness, all I do is lay on a bed and I do like a 15-minute meditation. You can do guided on YouTube, listen to it either in speakers or in your headphones, and you just breathe. Literally all you have to do is just breathe and think of nothing. Any thought that comes into your head, you just let it, just imagine it just floating away, and you're just breathing in and you're breathing out, and you're just letting the thoughts just drift, because they're so irrelevant. Like, thoughts come into your head, which obviously everyone thinks, we all think, but it's when you get a build up of thoughts and then your mind's all like fuzzy and then you have no clarity. And to gain clarity, you really do need to take a step back and just ground yourself and let the mind just go into relaxation, and then your answer will just come. You'll just know what the direction you want to go. You'll know about trusting your instinct. You'll hear it and you'll listen, and then your gut will then speak. But when you're being pulled in different directions and stuff, like, it's really hard to make that decision about moving forward. And obviously right now we've got a lot of time where we're just chilling out. I know a lot of people working from home, and then you've got a lot of time to sort of just chill out and take a nap when you need to, or meditate if you need to. And I can't, a lot of people do know about meditation, and I've told quite a few people out here about how it is really good for you to meditate. And if you don't know how to meditate, literally go onto YouTube and do a guided meditation. You'll connect with the right one for you, and just listen to it, and then eventually you'll know what to do to calm your mind, to really, it lowers stress levels, it lowers anxiety, it stops you from having I used to suffer with panic attacks when I was in school, just by overthinking and being a million miles an hour. And now, when we're in our own company right now, with no distractions, with no different energies around us, we can really focus on our own energy and make sure that we go within and just learn how to control the mind, learn how to control your thoughts, and just meditate and relax, do a bit of yoga, and it just helps you find those answers, find that direction where you want to go, the direction you want to do with your life. If you've got so many options, you're like, what am I doing? It's harder. But I'm going to clarify these cards as well with the other angel cards, see what other messages come out for us. Nice to see you too. Because not every day we're going to feel our best, not every day we're going to feel our worst. Emotions come and go, they're like this. Every day is different, every day you feel different, but if you sit with it, a lot is resurfacing at the moment. So if you sit with a feeling or an emotion within you, an energy emotion, feel how you feel, let it sink in, let yourself breathe on it, feel it, know what's triggering it, understand it, and then once you understand it, you can let it go, and you just let it go into the universe and say, well, that no longer serves me. Anything in the past that's caused us to feel a certain way, we have to let go of it, because it's happened, nothing can be done about it. It's how we move forward and how we overcome these things that's going to help us into a better future and a more positive future. But anything that you're worrying about in the future is also irrelevant, because it's about taking everything back to the present moment and now living in the moment. And how important that is that the stresses that you were thinking about the past or the future, they don't matter. And then when you realize, okay, there's nothing I can actually do about these thoughts right now, so let them go, and then focus on, all right, what can I do now physically in the moment to step towards my better life, or to step towards my future. And then you just take it step by step, day by day, and then eventually you'll start getting things done. And when you know you've got to do a whole load of things and you think about the end goal all the time, yes, it's like a vision, yes, it's good to have a vision board of where you want your life to be and how you want to see yourself living, but at the same time you've got to realize that don't stress about that, and don't think it's just going to come to you now. You've got to take it day by day, step by step, and baby steps, just to better your future and to get to where you need to be. And then you actually start doing it. But when you overwhelm yourself, you don't get anything done, and then you end up being annoyed because you've just wasted a whole day doing nothing because you've been overthinking and doing fuck all. So excuse my French, but I'm going to clarify these cards. Sensitivity, and it's the indigo, and this has come up again, this keeps coming up, the child card, about your inner child and sensitivity. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings, and it's exactly what I've been saying about being in touch with your sensitive side. And I'm going to read the little message that it has for us. Having a good day, by the way. Sensitivity is a beautiful and powerful gift, and there's no such thing as being too sensitive. Your sensitivity helps you know the truth about situations and people, and it's important for you to trust and follow these hunches, intuitions, and impressions. Spend time alone in nature to further develop your sensitivity. Avoid harsh situations and chemicals. At home or at work, ask me to help you choose life-affirming foods, beverages, companions, and activities. And that is just like the message of just like, now we're self-isolating, or we like, unless you're with people self-isolating, you're around that energy, and it's just about keeping that energy positive. And if you are in your house with maybe some negative people, or some people that are triggering you or making you feel a certain way, and you actually can't get out of the house, then it's good to just raise your own vibration. And when you raise and you step outside of that negativity, you raise your own vibration, and actually the people around you start raising their level too. And the main thing is just as long as you stay positive and you do good by you, then everything just feels a lot better. But know that it's safe for you to feel deep emotions, as they're part of your sensitivity. Visualize the two of us sealed in beautiful, flourish white light. This light dissolves any lower energies, transmuting them into love. The light also helps you distinguish between your own feelings and those of other people. Yeah, and that's what I just said about focusing on your own energy. And when you feel that love and that light, and you work on your mood to raise your mood, everyone else just raises up, and it's actually amazing how it works. And that's why, like, everyone at the moment, like, we're all raising our vibrations and we're all leveling up, and we're sort of, as Earth right now, a lot of things that have been we've been distracted, a lot of things that we've been putting off, trying to heal within us. It's like, now is the time for healing. And someone said to me the other day, like, because obviously I knew I was like doing all this Reiki and this sort of work that I was going into with all these tarot cards, angel cards more, I don't do tarot cards, and the Reiki, it's like, it's for a reason. And like right now, a lot of people realise that they do need healing, and they do need to let go of some certain things, and any energies inside. They want to feel more positive. They want, they're looking online now for people who are positive, and they're thinking like, oh my God, I want to feel like that. How do I do that? How do I do that? And there are, like, they say they're light workers, and there's so many on YouTube. Like, I follow them. Good morning. I follow them, and every morning I wake up and I put on some positivity music in the morning to just make sure that energy's cleared from the night before, and I look into some of the readings and some of the light workers that are online, and it just, the messages that come out of it and what resonates with me, and I'm like, yeah, that's so true. And then it's like, for me, I love to spread positivity. I love to spread love and kindness, and that's what it comes from within. And all I want to do is help and heal and just spread the love and light. And I know that's like in me, and I know that I want to be able to do that for people. And someone said to me the other day, just like, you are a light worker, and your gift is to heal and to raise people's vibrations. I'm sort of getting on that train that I'm going to hopefully build up my followers and just keep spreading the love and the positivity, and knowing that we are all human and we all go through ups and downs. We all have emotions, and we're all on an emotional roller coaster. And especially right now, when we've got a lot of time to ourselves, it's about making use of that time. And any advice that I give is just from personal experience of, I've suffered with anxiety, I've suffered with panic attacks, I've suffered with everything, like bullying, heartbreak, like if you name it, I've been through it. Like I have, and everyone's like, oh, but how, like you're so positive all the time. And it's because I've trained my mind to overcome things and not be in them. And if something makes me feel a certain way, or somebody makes me feel a certain way, I literally just think, right, I don't need them in my life. I don't need to be in that energy. And I do self-affirmations, and I do my research, I read books, and I listen to music, and I do things that raise my vibration instantly, and then suddenly you feel okay. But it takes practice, and like meditation takes practice. So what have you said? My mood is very bad because I search a job. So what, did you lose your job, Yusuf? Do you lose your job and now you're looking for a new one? But look, if people have lost their jobs now, and I know a lot of people have lost their jobs, and yeah, no time for negative people. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, if you have lost your job, the way I'd look at that, say that happened to me, like certain things like I wanted to happen in my life and it's not happened, and there's been like that resistance and that rejection, I always feel like that to me is like my answer. It's like, okay, well, that's not meant for me. That is not my purpose. You can't force anything in life. And if you lose a job, it's for a reason. Like, ask yourself some questions like, are you happy in your job? Does it make you happy? Does your job make you happy? Like, was it giving you the fulfillment? Was it giving you the life you wanted? Like, ask yourself the questions. And to be honest, like, if it was making you feel good and it was making, you were, getting money and everything that you wanted from your job and the positive vibes, and you were just like, right, I'm so happy, and then it gets wiped away, I don't think that, there's obviously reasons why it's been taken away from you. And it's just about having that like mindset of, right, when one door closes, another one opens. Right, I'm only going to find a better job. And I guarantee, like, even if you're sitting in this situation right now and you haven't got a job, and you're not knowing when your next income is, this is the time to be creative. This is the time to be like, okay, that door slammed me in the face, but now what am I going to do about it? Are you going to sit and play the victim? Are you going to sit and moan about it? Are you going to sit and just in your pity? Like, I had a really not harsh mum, but my mum was very like stern on me. Like, she would be like obviously I'd cry, but she'd be like, snap out of it. Like, what are you doing? What are you going to do about it? And she was quite harsh with me, but I'm so glad she was. I'm a mechanical engineer and I suffer from heart attacks. Oh, did you? Well, look, definitely focus on your health right now. I mean, that is the key for you. Just focus on your health, focus on your well-being, because what are we without our health? But yeah, like I was saying, like, my mum was so stern with me, and I'm so glad she was, because it taught me a lot of like resilience about, right, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let that no make it all no. Like, I see it in like a positive way, and know that when I move forward, I can actually pick the right direction that I want to go, and be like, okay, actually, you know what, this makes me feel a lot better than that did, so I'm glad that door closed, because then now I can be on like this new path. And you kind of just got to go with the flow of life and just keep going. That is the key, to keep going. No matter how many knockbacks you get, you shouldn't play the victim, because at the end of the day, we are all human beings, and we all get setbacks, we all get knockbacks, we all get knocked down to the ground, no matter how harsh it happens. But it is about, okay, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to come back stronger? Are you going to come back happier from this? Are you going to be looking back and think, oh my God, I'm so glad that happened, because my future now is much brighter than it would have been if I stayed in that job or whatever. So it's just about mindset and like and focusing on what can happen and the positive sides of something, a loss, a grief, anything that you go through. We'll take your advice. I walk daily 1 hour. Yes, walking is so good. And like, this is like the card of the grounding, and the inner child one as well. It's like, grounding yourself is so important. Going out into nature, looking around you. Like, if you can, like, if you're on a beach, walk on a beach. If you're near a park, go and walk on a park barefoot. I know it's really cold in England right now, but it's so good just to get out into nature. Like, sometimes I even go and like hug a tree, just because I'm like, oh, nature, like, the tree is giving us oxygen, be grateful for it. And when you realize, when you're in nature, like, look how peaceful this card is. Can you see? Just looking around and listening to the birds, listening to the trees whistle in the wind, listening to the wind. Like, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Mother Earth. And it's just, can I share my CV to see if anyone can help you? Yeah, you can share your CV if you want to. But yeah, and grounding is just, that's so important. Looking after your body, looking after your mind, looking after your soul. Yeah, and just doing some things. So for you, right, I'm going to do one more clarification. I shuffled these ones earlier. Hola, how are you? Yin and Yang community. Oh, that's so beautiful. So we've got the yin and yang, and that's all about balance. I don't know if you guys saw my live, was it a couple of nights ago, it was all about balance, and the yin and yang is about balance. It's balancing your everything in life, your masculine and your feminine energies, and making them work together. For me, like when I kept getting this, I kept seeing 69 everywhere, and I know some people are going to think that's a sexual number, but I didn't know what it was. I googled it and I was like, what's the angel card, what's the angel number 69 meaning? And it's all about the yin and yang, and it actually looks like, you know, here, look, 6 and 9, and it is just all about balancing your emotions, balancing your masculine and feminine energies, letting them work together. And when you look, I googled masculine and feminine energies just to see, like, maybe one I was more towards, or one I was, I didn't know what was the imbalance, but I knew I had an imbalance, and I googled it and I read up on the masculine and feminine energies, and it was just so eye-opening to think, oh my god, yeah, I do that, or I do that. But having the balance and letting them work together, so like the feminine is like all about going with the flow of life, and it's like, yeah, it's the feminine energy of just letting, you know, going with the flow of life. But then when you have more of a masculine, it's very logical and it's very like direct and do. But if you balance the two and let them work together, things start happening in your life, and the flow of energy, it's just incredible. But if you look into it a little bit more on the balancing of your masculine feminine energies, it's just so interesting. And yeah, I'm going to read the message on the yin and yang to see what other messages come out. But yeah, while we're in solitude right now, it's very good to balance yourselves. And yeah, so this card represents energetic life cycles, and its purpose is to help you identify the particular cycle energy moving in and out of your experience. In its upright position, it heralds in yin cycle, where most of the action seems to be happening under the surface of things. This is the time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. External circumstances may be forcing you to go within and examining present activity. And that's exactly what we're going through right now. We are all inside. It's an especially good time for completion, so wrap things up. Yin cycles often call you to be passive, yielding, and reflective. So open up to these sides of nature. Being more than acting is the intention here. So yeah, that's such a good little message. Being more than acting. So right now, all we can do is just be. See you later, Jason. Oh yeah, definitely send me some tracks. I'm writing so much right now. How many times have I cried in my life? Oh my god, like I couldn't even count, seriously. Crying is a really good thing. Being vulnerable is really good. Crying, you've got to do it, you have to, and it releases a lot of any blocks that you have inside. I've cried a hell of a lot, and anytime I feel like, some days I just wake up, maybe it's being a woman, I wake up before period probably, and I just want to cry, and I'm like, I'm just going to cry today. Let yourself cry, let yourself feel their emotions. When you're in that and you say like being, just let what is be, let your whatever you feel right now, let it sink in, feel everything, and literally you might cry. Whatever needs to come up will come up, like thoughts or feelings or crying, anything that just comes to you, just let it be and let it go. And once it comes out, you let it go, and just imagine it all releasing and saying see you later. And I swear to you, the next day you're going to feel a lot better. But it's just little blocks that you might have in you. And if you, Yusuf, if you want to come and do a live or an online Zoom Reiki session with me, I'll be more than happy to. I'm doing an hour for £35 at the moment, and yeah, just book in with me and I can do you a little one-on-one Reiki session. But yeah, that's a really good message though, about just being, letting what is be, and once things start opening up again and we can start going out, that's when we need to act. But yeah, this is a good little message. And community, let me just do the one on community. Well, we're all in this together, aren't we? So, what are we, number 7? This card shows 3 women celebrating, sharing ideas and supportive energy. The lights in this picture represent your ever-present spirit community as well. When this card appears upright, it indicates as an association of some kind. It may be a casual connection of like-minded people joining a club or community of some sort, or even a business partnership consisting of 3 or more entities. The time is right to make such new connections and to share intentions, whether they're personal or professional. Networking and community are important parts of the human experience, and the security and sense of connection can be beneficial to all. It's true that when several people join their intentions, it accelerates their power and energetic realm. Receiving this card puts you on notice that the universe is sending some beneficial alliances your way. Like a happy family card, this could also indicate a party or celebration of some kind. Well, the only celebrating we're doing is in this house. Unless we go live on that and then everyone can join. I hope to see you soon in Egypt as well. I want to do some more gigs there. Hopefully soon. I'm in Dubai, so I'm not that far. But yeah, for me, like, the community card is just like, right now we need to all be there for each other. And like, if we are finding this isolation hard and it's making us feel a certain way, it's knowing that there is help out there and there is positivity out there, and it's just about focusing on the positive stuff rather than like the news, the bad news. The news only really says about all the bad news. Like, it says like how many people like dying from this, but they don't say how many people are surviving from this either, and how people are, you know, getting through this. And I just think we need to celebrate life right now and focus on the positives, because everything else is out of our control. I mean, everything else is in the doctor's hands and the nurses and, you know, in NHS. I had my tarots. Oh, that's good. Yeah, and it's just about like the people who are unwell at the moment. They're in capable hands, and all we can do is make sure that we keep ourselves safe, so then they can keep it under control. We can't do anything else apart from just focus on ourselves right now. So I actually got these online, by the way. I just Googled, actually it was Amazon, and I normally go to a crystal shop, but my crystals that I wear on my hands, one my friend took home with her, and 2, my other one broke, so I just wanted something soon, quick, and I ordered these. I found like good, they were like really high rated, and I bought it on Amazon, and they're very good. They come separate, but I just put them together. You've requested to be in my live video. How does that work? Can you guess for me when I will married? I'm not a psychic. I mean, I could give it a go, but I'd need to probably meet you on Zoom chat, feel your energy a little bit. Have I always been spiritual? My mum was always like into crystals, and she was always like, I always say, she's like in a world of her own. I never really understood like the spiritual side of life that much growing up, but I think it was like when I was like 23, 24, I just started researching a little bit more, and I started meeting people who were on that kind of, I want to know. It's sort of when it's like the whole third eye chakra. It's that third eye chakra where it's like an opening of like an inner knowing, and when you get to the point of like, there's more to life than what is. Is this it? I literally had that moment of like, oh my God, is this it? And that says family music love, by the way. I got to the point where I was just like, is this it? Is this how I'm going to feel for the rest of my life? Like, I always wanted to know more about life and how things worked and having more of an understanding. So, and when I made that decision of wanting to know more, things started gravitating towards me to educate me, and people come into my life, recommended, you know, the Reiki, recommended all the crystals, the saging. I learned so much, but it was like once I decided that I wanted to go on this path, things started happening, and people were coming into my life to just raise me, and it was just like, I just felt like, wow, I'm on this spiritual path, like, but it was just an intriguing thing. And then I started following things on Have I Read The Secret? Yes, that was actually like the first thing I done. was read The Secret. Someone told me like, oh my God, you would love it. I think just the way I was, and I was quite positive, but I've been through ups and downs in my life, of course, but there was just something that I think that triggered me, a really bad rejection with my singing, and that caused me to go really within and then be like, okay, right, that door's closed, slammed in my face, like what am I going to do now? And I started just reading books, and then someone recommended The Secret, and it was about like what I wanted, manifesting things into your life that you want. And then it all started for me just like writing down, like having a vision board, writing down things that I want in my life that I know that are going to make me happy. And it's really strange because like obviously I've done quite a few vision boards in my life, and they've changed quite a lot from when I was 24 to I'm 29 now, and they've changed quite a lot, and you know, a lot of the stuff back then was all like materialism and all that and stuff. And the main thing is you want to be happy. You want to be happy. Happiness was everything. Like, what are you doing it for? Why do you want money? You want money because you want to be happy. Why do you want love? Because love makes you feel happy. And every aspect of things that you want because it creates happiness. But the thing is, what I learned more so recently is about like, it doesn't matter what you have externally, happiness really does come from within. And when you start loving yourself and enjoying your own company, you then no longer rely on other people to make you happy or other things to make you happy. You really start going like, I remember like the beginning of the year I was traveling, like I was going to like Berlin and Barcelona, and I went to a few places. I went to like Austria. I went with a few people to Austria, but like I can go anywhere on my own and I can be happy. But it's taken me a long time to do that. Like I used to have so many insecurities about my body, like normal girl things, like, and guy things, the same thing, like you know, just like it was like self-esteem. I had low self-esteem, and I used to just be like, oh my God, I'm gross. Like I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror sometimes. Just like my insecurities were quite bad. But when I just Googled how to overcome insecurities, and then there's just like advice on there. So I was like, okay, so self-affirmation. So I put on a self-affirmation app, and I actually wrote down, I was reading it the other day actually. Thank you. I got my eyebrows microbladed, by the way, like 2 years ago, and they've stayed. But I wrote down all like the things I'm grateful for. So that's where a gratitude list from The Secret actually is like, that was really that was sort of like the beginning of things. It's like, right, if I have an insecurity or I have a bad thought about myself, I replace it with a positive one. So like I wrote down like things I'm grateful for, and then I just affirmed them. So they're like affirmations of like, I am this, the things you want to feel like. I am happy, I am love, I am, you know, I can't even find it, I've got like a whole book right here. But it is just like a list of everything I'm grateful for that makes me feel happy, and I just affirm that. Like, I'm so grateful for my dog, I'm so grateful for my family, I'm so grateful for the love and support I have around me. And when you do feel these negative feelings and things, 10 things, like you say every day. You don't have to do it every day, just you can read them. But what did I eat for lunch today? What did I have for lunch? Oh, I had protein bread, toasted protein toast with avocado and smoked salmon. But like I just started training my mind to just not look at myself in the mirror and think bad thoughts and feel bad thoughts and feel shit. Like I just wanted to just get rid of it. So I just trained myself basically. And wow, all the questions. Which team do I support? Crystal Palace. I should really say Welling, because my dad owns Welling Football Club. But apart from wherever my brother plays, I support my brother because he's a footballer. But Palace is like where the heart is. South East London girl. And I just think like working on yourself and retraining your mind to just love yourself, you can then find that happiness inside, and you no longer have to have someone outside of yourself loving you. Like now, like a lot of people are in relationships that like, were you born in Crystal Palace? No way, that's so cool. but yeah, a lot of people like look outside for love to make themselves feel loved, if you know what I mean. So you're looking for people to love you, for you to feel accepted. But the main thing is, it's teaching you. And if you are looking for love outside of yourself, I ended up getting in really bad relationships that were making me feel more shit, but it was actually teaching me to love myself, because the more they were resisting and not loving me, it was like, well, hang on a minute, I need to love me. And like, why am I looking for that to feel accepted when really I've got to accept myself? So, you know, being single I'm nearly single like a year now. I come out of a relationship in May. I was with on and off for like 6 years. These last 11 months have just been mad. Well, yeah, saying about the rose quartz, got it here. And that's helping me. It's definitely helping me. I'm on once you start loving yourself and not needing anyone else to love you to feel that acceptance, is when the right person comes into your life. Like, I've had some terrible relationships. I've had some amazing ones, but I've had some terrible ones where it's just been like this like battle, and it was all actually teaching me I've just got to love myself. And once you start loving yourself and you feel happy in yourself and you can do things on your own, like I was going for meals on my own, traveling on my own, getting on a flight on my own, and enjoying my own company. Like, I was having a laugh on Instagram or doing whatever I was doing just to keep me occupied, but I was genuinely happy. And I think that is like when you're no longer looking outside for things, materialistic stuff, like a lifestyle that you're living, which is all just like, it's not real happiness. But when you are happy, you then start doing those things, not because you're relying on them to make you happy. You're doing it for you. You're just doing it as a little bonus. Like, you know, I'm going out having a drink with my girls, but not because I need a drink to release all these emotions. And like, if I'm feeling shit, I'm like, oh, I need a drink. Like, I've been there where I've been feeling shit, I've had a drink, and then I end up doing things I fucking regret anyway. So I definitely come from a better place doing things now and going out now. Phil, if someone said to you, I love you, and I see you, someone says I love you and sees you in your dream, why, who are you dreaming of, eh? The background music is, I've just Googled, YouTubed, raise positive vibrations. So if you guys are hearing that and you're feeling happy, then it's doing the job. I'm trying to answer some questions. Life is a long old journey, I tell you that, and it is full of ups and downs. So I'm reading through the chat right now. Interesting. But any more questions, feel free. Hi from Budapest. I actually really want to go to Budapest. Any more questions about anything you're feeling, just fire at me and I will answer them. Just talk about the happiness. Being grateful is definitely a start, and once you're on that journey, you'll start meeting people, watching things will pop up that just resonate with you, and you'll be like, oh my God, that really helped me. Am I in the UK? No, I'm in Dubai right now. So where I was, when I was in the UK, I spent a lot of time over, after my relationship ended, I went and travelled a bit. I went to Spain, Ibiza, partied my ass off. And I realised I got that like travel bug where I was just like, I just want to be travelling while I'm young. I've got no children. I'm 29. I'm like coming on to 30 and I'm like, whoa, what am I doing with my life? I love writing. I love being creative. I love doing my Reiki and healing and being positive for people and my friends and people around me. And I was like, right, so what am I going to do? Like, I've been writing a lot at the moment for producers. I've got a few songs coming out, which is exciting. But I was like, before, when I went back home, I just felt like in the UK, I was getting gigs there, which was good on the weekends, but I was like, something was drawing me to Dubai, and I've been feeling it for ages. And then I decided that, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the move. I come for a 2-week holiday just to see how I felt. And I just had the best time. The first week, I was, like I said, I was out all the time with the girls, just having fun, having that release of just, oh, I'm free. I can do what I want, get really drunk. And then bam, I got a throat infection. And I was like, oh shit. So I was like, okay, I need to slow down, I need to calm down. And then the second week, I didn't drink. And yes, I'm in Dubai Marina, as you can see behind. Can you see the buildings? Whoa. Can't see. But yeah, I'm in the marina. And I just, yeah, and I had the week to sort of just chill, and I was like on a beach. I was doing meditations, walks down the beach, clearing my mind. I certainly felt a lot better. And then obviously this Corona thing kicked in, and I was like, right, I could either go home now, grab all my stuff and come back, or I go back to the UK. And I had that decision, so I thought, right, I'm going to go back. Went home after being here 2 weeks, and I just knew as soon as I landed at home, I didn't feel like me. I felt like, no, the UK ain't for me. So I packed all my bags, and then 4 days later I moved back out here, and then 2 days after that the flight shut, and I was like, oh, I can't get home anyway. So, but I'm here, and I'm settled. I've got my own place here living with a few girls, and I now can just focus on being creative, doing some angel cards, topping up my tan. But I do feel happier here, and I feel like if I'm happy and I can feel positive, I know I can help other people when I'm in that place. And I know obviously other people are at home, they're stuck at home, and there's some really bad situations at the moment, what people are feeling and what they're going through. But all I can do is make sure I'm okay every day, just do my meditations, make myself feel happy, positive, be around positive people, and then I can help you guys. Hi Mel, yay. So look, my best friend's at home. I come here to move out for her, and then she went home, and now she's stuck in the UK. Please be back soon. What is my eye colour? Can you see? It's hazel, brownie hazel. But yeah, I think I'm going to just do one more bottom of the deck, just to finish this off. I've been chatting for bloody ages. What is it? The sun. Oh, we'll talk about the sun. The sun makes me happy. Yeah, the sun card. I love that. And this energy is where we are going into star sign. My star sign's Leo, and I am the sun. That's so funny. That is actually my star sign. I'm going to read it because the sun came out before when I done this. And it's so strange. Like, I've just got into these angel cards like the last since January. Yes, as soon as the border opens. Yes, please, Mel. Let's read this message. But yeah, I just think they're amazing. Like, angel cards are just like when I'm feeling a certain way, or if I'm feeling those negative feelings or feeling weird about myself, I literally just turn to these cards, and they just give me that boost I need to just be like, you know what, everything's gonna be okay, carry on. But yeah, and it's about, look, I love this so much. Okay, so the card is new beginnings and great creativity, and this is literally what I've been saying. And the sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, and we are coming into the spring and summer right now. This is your time for new beginnings and the onset of nurturing new light into your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby, or writing a publication of a book, or even a birth of a new you. Oh, I love that. I literally love that. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, and bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create, and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. Oh, I love that. I literally love that. Like, that is just like the message of what we have to do right now, is looking at our life is, where do we want to go? Where do we see our future? How do we want to live? What changes can we make of our, like, this is like the portal. I feel like this is like the portal, where back here was like our old life, and it's just sucked us into this portal of like this tunnel of darkness, where we're just like, oh my God, we're alone. Like, we're on our own. Like, you have no distraction. All you can do is just be in yourself. But in that, it's like the caterpillar effect. And I read this the other day, and it really helped me keep positive. And it's like that when the cocoon bit before it turns into a butterfly, and it's that we're at that tunnel stage, we're at that cocoon stage, where we're in this tunnel. But in that tunnel and in that darkness, you find the light, like you find your answers because you go within. It brings you back to you, it grounds you. It's making everyone vulnerable right now because we haven't got anything to just, like, we aren't wearing our mask anymore. We aren't going out and distracting ourselves, like being this like alter ego that we can be. We all we can do is right now is be ourselves. We can't pretend anymore. And in this cocoon stage is where we are learning a lot about ourselves and what life do we want to live after this. Like, we're coming into it and now we're going to be brought out into the light. We're going to see the light. We're all going to raise our vibration and just lead a better life. And I just think that's really beautiful. And I hope you guys resonate with this message and know that everything right now is gonna be for the best, and we're gonna come out of this as better people. We're gonna have a better life. We're gonna lead a better life because our intentions are going into that. Like, we don't want to come out and just go back into the same old stuff, same old routine. Like, we're gonna make the changes we need to live that better life. So yeah, every day is a new day, and it's about what you do in that day. And I hope all these little things I'm just absolutely ranting on right now, and I'm glad I come to live because I was going to film it and I thought, you know what, if I'll just do it live. I don't want to be scared anymore. I don't care. I've got no makeup on and I look like this is what I look like. Hi guys. This is what I look like, and I'm a bit tanned, so it helps. But yeah, I already feel better doing this video, and I hope even if it helped one person, 2 people or whatever. The comments have been so lovely, and yeah, just make sure you're all looking after yourselves, eating right, doing your meditations, listening to positive music. Literally do this, because listening to this music just makes you feel instantly better. My mum wasn't well, and I gave her some playlists to listen to, and she went, oh my god, it helped me so much. Like, she got a lot better a lot quicker. Luckily she didn't have corona, but she had like really bad laryngitis. She was panicking, thinking she did have it. So, you know, panic and fear is never a good thing. All you can do is just make sure you're looking after yourself and listening and calming and not stressing. So yeah, today, have a lovely day everyone. I know it's still morning in UK. Oh, it's 11:30 in the UK. It's nearly 3 o'clock here, or 2:30. And yeah, I hope you all are positive, feeling positive, not watching too much of the news. I'm going to check in every now and then and just do a live, because if anyone wants to watch, they can watch. But you know what? This has made me feel better. So if it's made me feel better, I'm sure it's made you guys feel better. Whoever's watched throughout, I'm very grateful. And I want to say thank you. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Stay indoors if you can. And yeah, and send love to as many people out there as possible. Send the good vibes, because we will all heal, we will all come out of this, and we will get through this, and we're all together. Love you all.